Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Play fake. Murray escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returning here is Wright. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Kenyon Drake on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Play action this time with Love.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Down at the 37-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Drake.
Shifts by him.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
37 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in mid-season ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
On 1st and goal, Drake.
And the Cardinals are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Michael Kendricks in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Gibson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Gibson, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 6-yard line.
On second down now, it's Gibson.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Justin Hopkins.
Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Dre. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the toss, Drake going left.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here we go on 4th down with Murray. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
And Murray throwing complete here to Drake.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's second down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Love now. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. It's caught. Nelson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
1st down, Washington.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, Gibson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Terry McLaurin, incomplete. Buda Baker there on the coverage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Try the toss play to Love. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
6-yard attempt.
Goodness, it's no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is. 14. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he'll He'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you're
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing. Love.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Love, they go play action now. Flush to his right. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
At the 41-yard line.
On second down, Love. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
A gain of a yard.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On play action. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. First down, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A very long attempt.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. 2nd and 14. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 13.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
At the 31-yard
on 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Man open left side, it's Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Rico Gafford, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Down and 2.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Deron Payne in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brings up second.
Sliding out of the pocket.
At the 3-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 50.
Oh, it
30,
don't matter. It don't matter.
20, 10, 5.
They ain't ready for us.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Ayy, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it, okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my face.